Okay, this is the entrance gate for Shachung or Shachung Monastery, where we're going to be spending the day today. Most people have never heard of Qinghai Province. Located on the northeastern corner of the Tibetan Plateau, and with a total population of only 5.5 million people, Qinghai is a wide-open, high-altitude land of nomads and snow leopards, Tibetan cowboys, and wild yaks. Qinghai also holds a wide array of Tibetan Buddhist monasteries and Islamic mosques to dazzle the eye. Despite its relatively small population, this is a massive land area with over 720,000 square kilometers in total area, making it bigger than any of the individual countries of France, Afghanistan, Thailand, or the whole of the United Kingdom. Qinghai Province is the source of China's two largest rivers, the Yangtze River and the Yellow River. This unique Montana-like plateau offers towering mountains, red rock canyons, and is full of meandering rivers and alpine lakes. This is definitely the place to get off the map and experience adventure travel at its finest. This is Shachung Monastery, one of the gems of Qinghai Province, and a 2-hour drive from Xining, the capital of Qinghai. This monastery is near the town of Hualong, tucked on a high mountain ridge with direct views overlooking the emerald waters of the Yellow River. Shachung Monastery is one of the oldest monasteries in Qinghai Province, built in 1349 AD by Cheche Dongdrip Rinchen, who was the first mentor of Tsongkapa, the founder of the Yellow Hat sect of Buddhism. Today we take a stroll through the peaceful courtyards and temples of this monastery with local pilgrims who have come from hundreds of miles away to worship here at this sacred place. Coming out of the main assembly hall here, we're going to walk through this little back alley and kind of make our way up the stairs of the monastery as we continue to ascend to the higher parts of the monastery that overlook the rest of the monastery. We are actually inside the bottom of the Tsongkapa statue, and you can see behind me is the progression of the life of Tsongkapa, this guy with this really pointy yellow hat. So this is actually inside the huge statue. Back behind me here, a pile of 108 of the original Buddha's teachings, and most monasteries will have 108 of his teachings. 108 is considered a sacred number in Buddhism because that is how many teachings the Buddha had. Women will often plait or braid their hair into 108 little braids. There's often 108 sub-branches of a monastery. 108 is considered a very special or sacred number because that's the number of teachings of the Buddha. And behind me are those scriptures wrapped in yellow fabric, which is considered a holy color. We are hiking the Cora, or sacred pilgrimage, around the monastery here. It's about an hour on this little boardwalk that kind of goes on this beautiful cliff face. And here's the Tsongkapa statue right here. Okay, we're on the Cora here, walking the boardwalk. So it's mostly flat. It's not too bad. There's a few up and down sections, but basically we're walking along this cliff face, and it's a really nice way to kind of experience the views from the monastery. We're about halfway through the Cora here, and you can see I just flew my drone from the top of that monastery up there. That is kind of the end of the monastery as it goes up the mountain, and then it descends down here to this awesome pilgrimage that we're walking, which takes about 40 minutes all the way around. Behind me in this little cave here in the rocks, it's hard to see because they are the same color as the soil, but this is called Tsa Tsa, T-S-A, T-S-A. And this is basically a clay sculpture that's usually handmade. They usually have a little bit of a form or a press that they put it in. They take the surrounding clay from these mountains, which is obviously very red and earthy, and they put it inside this mold, and they press down this metal mold and they form these statues of the Buddha. They can just be as simple as a little pyramid or a triangle, or they could be more complex and actually have facial features on the Buddha. But these are actually engraved throughout the pilgrimage Cora here, all around the monastery, and placed in very specific places in the walls around this cliff. Okay, moving up on the Cora here. into the prayer flag area. You can see that boardwalk behind me. Beautiful landscape, looking right to the Yellow River. Now the Cora turns into this really fun dirt path winding through this forest here after we ascended the prayer flag ridge. Behind me you can see this little COVID mask dangling from a tree, and often Tibetans will leave clothes or other things in trees or behind on a sacred pilgrimage as a symbol of leaving the old behind and coming into the new. And this isn't just accidentally put here. There's several of these masks behind me. This is a symbol of a pilgrim actually praying that 2022, a year of severe COVID lockdowns in China, in Western Tibet, has ended, and we've come into 2023. So this is actually quite a good symbol here that this mask is hanging in the tree, although it looks just like random pollution. It kind of has a bit of a spiritual or even social meaning. There are two little restaurants at the base of the monastery complex. If you need some lunch, there are a few little noodle shops here.